All right, today we're blasting off into the cold, dark void of space to break down one of the absolute best games of teamwork and, well, betrayal out there, Among Us. So just picture this. You're on a mission. Things are going wrong, alarms are blaring, and the person standing right next to you could be your most trusted ally, or they could be secretly planning to, get rid of you. That's the big question you have to ask yourself every single second of this game. So what is the actual mission here? I mean, on the surface, it looks pretty simple, right? Just get the ship up and running. But as you're about to see, that's really just the tip of the iceberg in a wild game of deception. At its heart, Among Us is a social deduction game. You can think of it like a big, high-stakes party game set in space. Most of you are working together trying to get your spaceship ready for takeoff. The catch? A few of you are secretly imposters, and your only job is to sabotage everything and everyone. Okay, now we're getting to the real meat of it. Every single game kicks off by giving you one of two roles. And believe me, your entire game plan is going to depend on which side of this coin you land on. So on one side, you've got the crewmates. These are the good guys. You're in the majority, and you're just trying to get your jobs done. But on the other side, you've got the imposters. They're a secret minority, and their whole goal is to cause total chaos and take over. It's really that classic struggle, the many versus the sneaky few. If you're a crewmate, you're basically part engineer, part detective. You're running all over the map, you're fixing wires, you're fueling up engines, but you're also constantly looking over your shoulder for anything that just seems off. Your best weapons are a keen eye and being able to explain what you saw. But being the imposter, that's where things get really fun. Your whole world is about deception. You're a predator. You fake tasks to look busy. You can use hidden vents to zip across the map and appear out of nowhere. And you can trigger huge emergencies like shutting off the lights to create the perfect moment to strike. And your absolute greatest weapon? A really, really convincing lie. So how does all this madness come together in a game? Well, the whole thing is this cycle of doing tasks and throwing accusations around. And it all builds up to one single crucial event. This is the heart of the game. Everything stops. Everyone gets pulled into a meeting to talk it out. Okay, where was the body? Who was near electrical? Why was Red following me around? This is where the crewmates have to put their clues together and where the imposters have to spin their best lies. Honestly, how well you can argue your case can be the difference between winning and getting tossed out into the cold, empty void of space. Okay, with all this chaos and lying going on, how does a game ever actually end? Well, both sides have really clear ways to win. For crewmates, you've got two ways to win. One, you can just do all your jobs, finish every task, and you win by default. Or you can be amazing detectives and successfully vote out every single imposter. Imposters, on the other hand, win by getting the crewmate numbers down until they're equal to them, or by pulling off a massive sabotage, like turning off the oxygen, that the crew can't fix in time. It sounds simple, but it gets intense. Okay, so you get the basics. But to help you actually survive your first few rounds, I'm going to give you a few absolutely essential tips to keep in your back pocket. First up, and this is probably the most important thing, seriously, your memory is your single bust weapon in this game. You have to pay attention to everything. Did you see Blue go into a room, and then a second later a body gets reported in there? Did you notice Green just standing next to a task panel, but not actually doing anything? These little details are what will keep you alive. All right, tip number 2, and this one is so crucial. You have to talk. Don't be silent in the meetings. There is no faster way to get voted out than to say nothing at all. Even if you saw absolutely nothing useful, just say that. Hey, I was an admin the whole time doing the card swipe, I saw nobody. That gives you an alibi. It makes you part of the conversation, not some quiet, super suspicious person in the corner. And finally, here's a specific game mechanic you've got to watch. Keep an eye on that little green taskbar at the top of your screen. It slowly fills up every time a crewmate finishes a job. So if you see someone walk away from a task panel and that bar ticks up just a tiny bit, they're almost certainly safe. They're a crewmate. In a game that's all about lies, that's one of the only pieces of hard evidence you can get. So there you go. You've got the fundamentals of survival and sabotage in Among Us. You have your mission, you have your first tips, but knowing the rules is one thing. But real question is, are you ready for the deception? Can you spot a lie when your life actually depends on it? Good luck out there. You're gonna need it.